It's going now.
Okay. Hi. Many of you have heard, actually probably all of you have heard about Hurricane Harvey. Hurricane Harvey will go down in history as one of the most devastating, largest storms that have impacted the U.S. And many situations have occurred that we weren't normally prepared for. So I thought I'd put together a little video to help you out and to develop your own personal Hur Harvey Emergency Evacuation Bag for the unexpected. First thing we have with our Hur Harvey bag is we have a bag that is waterproof, watertight, water resistant. And it is about the size of a bag that you could use for carry-on on an airplane. It has a separate compartment in here, and as we move through this, I'll show you what's a good idea to put in this separate compartment. This bag is does not have wheels, because if you're in an evacuation situation, they are not keen on taking a bag that has wheels. So you can put this over your arm, you can wear it as a crossbody. This is a very handy bag to have, and I'm dubbing it the Hur Harvey bag. So one of the things that this handy little compartment down here is good for is a lamp. You may think that's an odd thing to take, but this lamp runs on 3 AA batteries and has multi-zones. You can light up from the top, it can light up from the shade, and it has a handy carrying handle at the top of it. This lamp is made of plastic, and there are no bulbs to break in here, and it can be placed in the bottom of the Hur Harvey bag, and it is not taking up room inside your bag for other valuable items. Now, as we move on here, another very important item to have in your Hur Harvey bag is a crank radio, AM, FM, weather band, and a charging station. And this can run on batteries, it can run on a crank. You would just crank it, just a few cranks, and you'll immediately get 3 minutes of a battery or a radio. Additional time will give you more time with it. This is a very handy item to have in your Hur Harvey bag. Along with that is you want to have a charging cable. Because the crank AM/FM weather band radio has charging capabilities, make sure you have an extra charging cable for your phone in your Hur Harvey bag. In addition to that, we have a high beam flashlight. This flashlight is awful powerful and will become very handy in an emergency situation. Keep that in your Hur Harvey bag. You are undoubtedly will have a phone, but will you have a weatherproof case that you can put around your neck? Putting it in your pocket when it's likely that your clothing will get wet is not the best solution. If you have this is waterproof, not even water resistant, but waterproof. Just put your phone in here, and once you've done that, you're still able to see it, you're still able to use your phone. Your phone is protected. Now, one thing to do before an emergency situation occurs is use your phone to take pictures of important papers, your medications, your driver's license, all of the important things that you will need. If you have a copy of that on your phone, you don't have to worry about the paper getting ripped, torn, wet, or illegible. So the waterproof bag is a must-have for your Hur Harvey bag. Now, because you have radio capabilities with the crank radio, it's a good idea to have a mono earphone with just one side, so you'll be able to listen to what's going on the radio, and you'll also be able to pay attention to what's going on immediately around you. So another handy item to have in your Hur Harvey bag. Now, the items I've mentioned so far take AA batteries. Not the difficult to find D batteries, but the easy to find AA and less expensive. And everything I've shown you only takes 4 AA batteries. If you can purchase ones that last for 10 years, good idea to put them in your Hur Harvey bag. One of the things that you don't normally think of in an evacuation situation, because you're in a hurry, you're trying to think of everything you need to bring. So toiletry items are very handy to have in your Hur Harvey bag. This way you've got them, you don't have to worry about it. So the first thing that we have is we have body wash sheets. These are sheets that you would just pull them out and you'll be able to go ahead and clean up. in a handy little container. Put it in your Hur Harvey bag. Brushing your teeth, easy with no water, using the wisp. You can go ahead and put that in your Hur Harvey bag. And if you don't want to use a little wisp, these are brush ups. Go again, just put your finger in there, put it, and use them to brush your teeth. You'll feel clean and fresh and much, much better. A good item to have in your Hur Harvey bag. Now, with soap, I have two options here for washcloths. We have this antibacterial quick dry washcloth that has a slightly off feel to it, so you'll be able to clean up. It dries in 2 minutes. You can't beat that. You put that in your Hur Harvey bag. If you don't care for the slightly off feel of that washcloth, there are Instacloth in a handy, convenient tablet format. You just go ahead and pop them out, and you have available to you immediately a little washcloth. In addition to that, we have handy towels. These towels just require a little bit of water, and you'll be able to dry off. Very handy to put in your Hur Harvey bag. Along with our toiletry complement, we have a portable brush. The brush folds open, handy little mirror on it, so you've got be able to brush your hair, close it up, and you do have a handy mirror with this. Again, handy for your Hur Harvey bag. Tissues. No one thinks about it, but tissues in a plastic bag, it is not a happy situation. Tissues undoubtedly will be needed. Along with that, there are a lot of people in the evacuation shelters and supplies are running low. It would be a good idea to have handy toilet paper. This toilet paper is individually wrapped. You can buy 1 or 2 rolls. Just throw them in your Hur Harvey bag. If the need happens, you'll be thankful that you have them with you. Now, you're not going to have a whole lot of clothing with you, so this is laundry soap. Again, same concept as the body soap. You pull out the sheet, add a little bit of water, and at least you'll be able to go ahead and clean off your clothes a little bit. A couple of other items that are rather handy to have. If you can, you want to go ahead and at the shelter, you'll be able to find some type of power, and you'll be able to warm water with this. So this is, you just put it in water, not a paper cup, mind you, but you have another cup, and you'll be able to heat water. Handy for coffee or soups. A very great item to keep in your Hur Harvey bag. Along with that, we have a pocket pint. This is a cup that is expandable. So here we have a cup, we fold it down. In an emergency situation, you could use this to hold dry goods or water goods, whatever. It's a makeshift bowl, plate if need be. The pocket pint, again, very handy to have in your Hur Harvey bag. Now, the other thing people don't think about is in the emergency situation, if you have 2 very large trash bags in there, you'll be able to use one as a makeshift poncho. So don't look for trash bags as you're trying to evacuate quickly. Have them in your Hur Harvey bag. One can be used as a poncho, and another one can be used as the clothing that you want to take with you, or other items you want to keep them dry. You already have the bags in your Hur Harvey bag without having to look throughout the house for a large plastic bag. One thing that people often forget is your shoes are going to get wet, or in some situations you may be barefoot. Fast flats will truly be a benefit to you for shoes and having dry feet when you get there. Easy, small, compact, put them in your Hur Harvey bag. And it goes without saying that you should have some clothing in there. You should have, at a minimum, an extra t-shirt, an extra pair of underwear, and sweatpants. The evacuation shelters are typically cooler than normal because of the number of people there. So if you can put these in your Hur Harvey bag, it'll be very handy. And last but not least, we have dryer sheets. Dryer sheets come in handy because you have the ability to wipe down pillows or blankets. They smell good. It'll make you feel better. You can also put them on your clothing. You don't know how long you're going to have to wear that clothing. So these dryer sheets between the smell and the ability to help your clothes and your bedding smell better, very handy to put in your Hur Harvey bag. And if possible, you would be handy to put a lighter, this is before you get to the shelter, in your Hur Harvey bag, because you may need it to go ahead and call for help there, or have someone find you via light. So this is the Hur Harvey bag. I hope you found this information useful, and actually I hope you never have to use it, but it is a handy item. Keep it in the back of your closet. It is timeless. You'll never know when you need it. Hur Harvey bag, ready for the unexpected.